night to experience some part of the weekend. And so it's and the convention center becomes, with our center court, it historically has been a place where the players practice. The D-League has its All-Star game. We bring in the world. The celebrity game is there, and some pretty unusual. I saw Justin Bieber in last year's one. Stay tuned to see who shows up for this year's celebrity game. So it's a great event at the convention center.
Can you talk a little bit about this season, especially coming out of the lockout, and how has the league responded in the first 2 months?
I would say that, number one, we're delighted to have a season. It is really, somehow to be able to start by Christmas Day enabled us to get a deal with our players, and the players that get a deal with us to preserve, 80% of the season to be played in 75% of the time. It's really been great. The way we judge it, in large measure, is the way we get rated. We have attendance, we have ratings, we have merchandise sales. I'd say attendance is as good as it was last year, and that was a great year. Ratings are up dramatically, and merchandise sales are very, very strong. So we're having, and if you're a fan, boy, there are a lot of good games on every night. So we're having a ball.
You worried about the injury? The injury situation with so many back-to-back games.
Well, I think what happens is, in the past, where players would have sat out, would have played a game and then had a day or more to rest, an injury. That hasn't been there because we're more compressed, so they'll miss a game. But and therefore you're seeing coaches be more careful. But also we're noticing that they're going deeper into the bench our teams, and giving players an opportunity to get minutes that normally wouldn't.
As the de facto,
okay? I mean, the first game is okay. All right. Anyone else have a question?
David, if you were going to overrule Del Demps' authority, is he unfit to be a general manager?
I never overruled anyone's authority.
You revoked the trade?
No, I didn't revoke the trade.
So you don't find that to be a strange conflict of interest?
No, not the least bit. As a matter of fact, I think that what people don't understand, particularly you, given the question, is that no trade gets made in this league without the owner's sign-off, and who is the designated person by our owners to either have the responsibility or get stuck with the responsibility, and that's what I did.
So obviously, the Rockets weren't happy with how it turned out.
I'm well aware. I can't speak to exactly what was said to whom or by whom, because there's some dispute about that. But what I can say is that the trade was not something that we, as the owner of the team, were prepared to go forward with. And it wasn't revoked. In fact, it couldn't have been made until the next day. So
be happy with what New Orleans ended up doing.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Have you had a chance to reach out to Daryl or to Les, and have you spoken with them since?
I've spoken with the team. Yes, I have. I have spoken with Les since.
Has the league felt an impact of Yao Ming's retirement? You talked about the impact of he had globally, but is it too early to say?
No, actually, I saw a quote from Yao talking about how ratings for these games in China are up this year over last. So we're actually having a very good year in China. Adidas has 6,000 stores, about 2,000 of which are NBA merchandise. The online, Sina.com and Tencent, the blogging site and game site, together with our over 40 deals in China for TV, have been really terrific. And actually, as we speak, Yao Ming is meeting with Deputy Commissioner Adam Silver, who's in China. And in fact, I guess it's a little late there, so it's not as we speak, but earlier this evening, Chinatown, they went to a game where Yao's Shanghai team beat J.R. Smith's team.
How much have you looked to the Rockets to bring the international influence in light of Yao and Dikembe and other international players that played here?
The reality now is the Rockets have done a great job, but we have, across the league, 77 so-called international players. And we're, I was looking at some of the contestants in 2006, and among them I saw at the All-Star game, Dirk Nowitzki won the three-point shot contest. Tony Parker was in the skills competition. So the outreach to the world, and in fact the impact that the international players are having, is really exciting for us in terms of our development globally.
There has been some criticism